This is your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Dr. Don's Weather is made possible by the Randolph County Commission, First Light Coffee, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Swate Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Southern Union State Community College, and the venue at 5 Points Farms. Here's Dr. Don.
Happy Father's Day, East Alabama and West Georgia. Time now for your prime time forecast for Sunday, June 16th, 2024 on Dr. Don's Weather. Thank you, 5 Points Farms, the venue in Northeast Chambers County, for being a supporter of Dr. Don's Weather. I'm going to tell you something, folks. If you hadn't checked out their website lately, go take a look at them. They're at 5pointsfarms.com. They have an incredible video on their homepage that shows you the beauty of their 20-acre farm there in Northeast Chambers County. Your next event needs to be held at the venue. Call Miss Cindy at 334-864-0087 and tell her you would like more information about the venue at 5 Points Farms. Also, Jamie Dukas. Get your ducks in a row with Dukas. Give him a call at 256-831-7770. You can also click the link at the top of the video if you're on Facebook, the bottom of the video if you're on YouTube, to find out how much money Jamie Dukas can put back in your pocket. Be sure you head over to our YouTube channel and click the subscribe button. You also want to hit that little bell so that when we go live to cover severe weather, you'll be guaranteed to get that notification. Well, it is going to be another scorcher across East Alabama and West Georgia. If you remember yesterday, today's pretty much going to be a carbon copy, maybe a degree or two cooler than yesterday, but not much, not enough for you to even notice the difference. It's already stifling hot outside on your Sunday morning. So thunderstorms are going to develop this afternoon, and we got kind of a weird setup going on here. We have an incredibly strong high-pressure system setting up across the nation's northeast sections, and that is going to be spinning moisture off of the Atlantic back down on the southern side of that high, back from the east to the west. So if thunderstorms do develop in your area this afternoon, they're going to be coming backwards. They're going to come in back in from Georgia or maybe from the southeast, moving back to the northwest. So take note of that. They're not going to be moving in the typical direction, which is northwest to southeast. It's going to be flip-flopped this afternoon. So if you see a big thunderstorm down around Valley, Alabama, it's going to be headed to the northwest, back up toward Northern Chambers and Randolph. That's the way things are going to work this afternoon. That's just an example. And then maybe some tropical trouble by Friday. We are going to, and I'll show you more about that in just a few moments. We'll stay dry throughout the remainder of the week, and then maybe some tropical trouble by the end of the week across Alabama and Georgia. So a lot to talk about this morning on the weather. Yeah, in those thunderstorms that develop this afternoon, there'll be heat of the day type thunderstorms, so there'll be a tremendous amount of energy in these storms. So lightning will be the main problem here. We don't look for a significant outbreak of severe weather, and most folks won't see a storm this afternoon. But if one does form over you, the lightning is going to be pretty tremendous, so you want to seek shelter indoors. Get off of the lakes. A lot of folks will be on the water on this Father's Day. And so when you hear that thunder, if you see the skies darkening back off to your east or southeast this afternoon, you want to go ahead and head for the boat dock and get inside. Don't wait until the storm is right there on top of you. And, know where you are on the water, know where that boat dock is, and understand the storms will be moving backwards today. So ordinarily, if you were on the water and you saw darkening skies to your south, most likely it's moving away from you. Not the case today. So make sure you understand that before you get out there on the water. Now, let's take a look at the tropics. Southwestern Gulf of Mexico, there's a large area of disturbed weather. It has formed over the central over Central America and the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico and the adjacent waters of the northwestern Caribbean Sea. A broad area of low pressure is forecast to form from this system over the southwestern Gulf of Mexico in a day or two. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of this system, and a tropical depression could form by midweek while it moves slowly westward or west-northwestward. Regardless of development, several days of very heavy rainfall are expected across portions of southern Mexico and Central America. These rains are likely to cause life-threatening flooding and flash flooding. This could turn out to be a very serious situation across Mexico and potentially even up into southern Texas. The chance of formation down there in the southwest Gulf of Mexico is at 60%. That's pretty significant. And then look at that yellow hatched area off the eastern coast of Florida and Georgia. And the southwestern Atlantic Ocean, an area of low pressure, is forecast to form by midweek a few hundred miles northeast of the central Bahamas. Environmental conditions could be conducive for some development of this system, therefore, while it moves to the west or northwest. Formation through 48 hours is at 0, but beyond 48 hours through 7 days, there is a 30% chance we could see formation down there. Now, understand, because we have a blocking high across the northeastern United States, this could spin that tropical moisture back up across Georgia and into East Alabama by Friday, Saturday, or Sunday of next week. Don't look for hurricane activity here, probably not even a tropical storm, but it could set up a significant rain event across the Florida Peninsula, portions of Georgia and Alabama as we head into next weekend. Now, remember, South Florida has already received more rain in the last week than they typically get in half of the year. I mean, some locations down there in South Florida picked up over 2 feet of starting to say snow, 2 feet of rain in the last week, and now we may get a tropical system off the Atlantic coast, which could enhance the rainfall next weekend across the same areas and even up into our neck of the woods. So we're going to have to fine-tune this. That's a long way out. Lots of things can happen. Lots of things can change between now and then. But just know that that is a possibility. If you have beach plans next weekend or some type of major outdoor event, make sure you tune in every single day this week so we can update you on what the possibilities are as we head toward next weekend. Let's take a look at your current conditions from the beautiful venue at 5 Points Farms. Already 84 degrees outside. It feels like it's 92.2 already. Wind out of the southeast at 3, gusting to 7. The humidity is 86%. Barometric pressure 30.06. Dew point 74. We did have a trace of rain with one little bitty shower that moved over the venue yesterday afternoon. High temperature yesterday was 94.7. Your thermometer on your front porch may have been warmer. It may have been a degree or two cooler, but nonetheless, 95 was pretty hot across northeastern Chambers County yesterday. Currently, the skies are overcast with the sun peeking through at times. Sunrise this morning was at 5:30, and the sun sets this evening at 7:54 p.m. It is going to be another hot day across East Alabama and West Georgia with a handful of pop-up thunderstorms this afternoon. No one particular location will see a storm. I mean, it's going to be hit and miss. 93 will be the high in Ashland, 94 in Lineville, also in Anniston. We'll make it to 94 in Carrollton, 95 over in LaGrange. Roanoke hits 94 this afternoon, and we'll top out at 95 in Auburn. Here's your 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. For today, mostly sunny on Father's Day with a 20% chance of a scattered afternoon thunderstorm. We'll maintain a 10% chance of rain through about 9 or 10 p.m. this evening. You know how it works. When the sun goes down, we start losing the heat of the day and the thunderstorms calm down. 94 will be your high this afternoon. You'll see that we've got it noted in red because Anything over 90 is dangerous. Make sure you drink plenty of liquids and stay hydrated. You're going to be outside. 71 will be your overnight low tonight. Then on Mondays, we head back to work. Mostly sunny, 92. And then on Tuesday, we'll cool off a little bit, down to 87 for your daytime high. Wednesday, mostly sunny, also 87. Sunny and 89 on Thursday, and then by the time Friday gets here, big question mark. There is the possibility we could start to see some tropical moisture move in from the southeast, back out of Georgia, back into Alabama, with a possible tropical system off the Atlantic East Coast. We'll see. 89 will be your high on Friday. Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar showing no precipitation across East Alabama or West Georgia, but notice those sea breeze showers and thunderstorms down along the coast. If you're down there at Orange Beach, Alabama, you know what I'm talking about. Same thing with Destin, Panama City, all the way over to Apalachicola in the Big Bend region of the Florida Peninsula. We have scattered showers and thunderstorms out there this morning. Some of those are trying to lift to the north, and they may make it up into South Alabama and South Mississippi a little later on this afternoon. But you can see across East Alabama and West Georgia, yeah, we've got nothing going on, but maybe a few scattered clouds. Notice those dark areas moving from Heard County back into Randolph. That's our pattern today. It's going to be backwards from what it normally is. And some of you are scratching your head saying, well, that ain't the way it's supposed to work. Well, it isn't overall, but occasionally we do get in this type of setup, so it's not completely unusual to see weather move from the east to the west, and that's what we will see as we head into your afternoon. Folks, if you get a chance, head over to our merchandise store. The link's at the top of the video, and support us by picking up a Dr. Don coffee cup, a baseball cap, or a t-shirt. Part of the proceeds from those sales come back to support us here at Dr. Don's Weather. And if you can't do that, then at least like us on Facebook, share us with your friends, and ask your friends to share with their friends. And make sure you head over to our YouTube channel, subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather, and click that little bell so that when we go live to cover severe weather, you'll be guaranteed to get that push notification. Hope you have a fantastic Father's Day. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. We'll see you back in here first thing tomorrow morning with another edition of your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.
This has been your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Southern Union State Community College, the venue at 5 Points Farms and Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery. Dr. Don's Weather is supported by the Randolph County Commission, First Light Coffee, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. Be sure to like us on Facebook, share us with all of your friends, and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather on YouTube. We will be back tomorrow morning with another edition of your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.